this video, I'm going to show you how to cook ground beef. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be using 1 pound of ground beef. This procedure will be the same for any amount of ground beef you're going to use. The main purpose here is to remove as much water from the hamburger as we can. We're going to start with a cold pan. We're going to put in our ground beef uncooked. Now, I know some of it will appear cooked. I had a camera error, so I had to start over, but it is mostly not cooked. We put in our uncooked hamburger and then we turn it on to medium. We will need a stiff spatula. I like these wooden ones. We're gonna chop it all up and let it heat up. By bringing the heat up slowly, we remove a lot more moisture than we would if we just put it into a hot pan. And we're going to let this heat up until we hear our meat talking to us, which means the meat will be sizzling. The sizzling is moisture being cooked out. That's what it's going to tell you. It's time to start stirring. Your food will always tell you what to do. When you hear it sizzling, you know there's something that has to be done. When it's boiling, when it's browned, when it's popping and moving, you will get to know how to watch your food and listen for your food. Have it tell you what to do next. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can probably see it starting to sizzle. So what we're going to do is keep it moving around. We're going to scrape, flip, and stir. Scrape, flip, and stir. You want to bring the outside portions to the middle, spread it out, scrape, flip, and stir. Once you've got it all mixed pretty well, you can let it sit for a minute. Our goal here is to get 80% of this cooked before we strain it. At about 80%, hamburger turns into a sponge and starts soaking that water back up. From this angle, you can see better that there's only a little bit of pink left, so we're going to shut it off. Please notice that I have hot water running in the sink right next to the colander. Now, as we pour our hamburger into the colander, what comes through is 95% water. It is completely safe for your drain. However, a little bit of fat comes with it, so we're just ensuring that fat goes through the drain by running hot water. This is perfectly safe for your pipes. However, you don't want to do this with bacon grease, sausage grease, or pork grease, anything that solidifies as it cools. If you are really particular like me, you will wipe out all of the water and all of the little bits of hamburger left over. It's not necessary, but I do it. Now, once we have it clean, we're going to put in our ground beef that was straining in the sink. We're going to put it back into our pan, turn the heat on to medium, and finish cooking out the remaining 20% of uncooked ground beef. And here we go. We're just going to cook this down until the remaining pink is no longer pink. The amount of moisture we're going to get out of this is inconsequential. And what little bit does come out is going to cook away and evaporate just from the heat anyway. But we want this to be completely cooked. So we're just about there. We're just going to keep stirring it. And we are done. And here we have a perfectly cooked bowl of ground beef with as much moisture removed as we could possibly do. Leave your ground beef at room temperature for about a half hour. Put a lid over the top of it, not tight, so that moisture and steam can escape. Do not store your ground beef hot. It must be cool, at least room temperature. Then, like everything else, store it in a Ziploc baggie with the air squeezed out and sealed, or a container with a snap-tight lid that is also airtight. You can cook your ground beef the day of class, the day before 3, up to 4 days before class. When the instructions tell you to cook it ahead of class, this is what you'll do. If it doesn't tell you to, we'll do it in class.